Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is technically not my first video. I have made videos on here around 4 years ago, which if you click on my channel you'll be able to see them. Cringe, I highly suggest not looking at them. So let's just say this is my first YouTube video. So I thought a good place to start would be a get to know me Q&A style video. I asked you guys to send me a few questions on Instagram, so I'll get all the boring stuff out of the way first, and then I will go through those questions and answer them on this video. One of the first questions I get when I introduce myself to people is what's the origin of my name, because it is a quite unique name. I actually have never met anyone else named Sequoia, but I've looked them up on Instagram. There are a couple. So the origin of my name is a tree. So it's a sequoia tree. It's the largest growing tree in the world. If you Google it, you'll be able to see it. And it's actually located in California. And then my middle name is Daisy, like the flower. So my name is like Tree Flower. And I have been asked previously, like, why did my parents choose that? Were they hippies? And no, they weren't. My mum just really liked the name Sequoia. She said she saw it in a book or something like that, and she decided to name her daughter that and then add Daisy on there because why not? I am half Australian, half Greek. So my biological dad is Greek and my mum is Australian. My mum had blonde hair, blue eyes, really, really fair features, and then my dad was obviously quite dark because he's Greek. And I definitely got more of the European side. My hair is naturally this dark. I've got dark, thick eyebrows, quite hairy. European girls would know what I'm talking about. I live in Newcastle, Australia, which is 2 hours north of Sydney. I was originally born in Sydney. That's where my mum is from, but then moved to Newcastle when we were quite young. I've lived in Sydney for a little bit of my adult life, but I've mostly been in Newcastle. So I live here with my partner Kurt, and we are the owners of the women's gym called the PT Centre, which is our baby. We have 2 locations here in Newcastle, so they are face-to-face personal training and group fitness gyms, and they are women's only. I can definitely go into more depth in how that kind of came about and go into more depth about the business side of things. I am obviously a face-to-face coach as well as an online coach, and I am also, very excitingly, about to compete in my 4th, which is crazy, 4th WBFF Bikini show. So I am currently 7 weeks out. So yeah, I've always placed top 5 with the WBFF. So obviously I am aiming for that pro card this year. This prep has by far been my best prep yet. So I'm really, really excited about that. And that is kind of what sparked me wanting to create this YouTube channel. Is I love talking on my Instagram stories, and I feel like I could do it for days, and I just have a lot to share with this prep. So I thought I would make a YouTube channel and share my prep and some vlogs and things like that along the way. I asked on my Instagram what kind of YouTube videos you guys would want to see, and it was mostly all like vlogs, day in the life, spend the morning with me, videos like that. So I will be doing a lot of that style of videos, and then of course kind of like a mini comp prep series and taking you along on the day of my comp. What other boring stuff can we get out of the way? Oh, I have a baby. I'll show you him. This is him. He is my son, and his name is Crew, and we love him so much. Like, look. Hi, guys. So lots of doggy content coming. Like, he's just so chilled. Like, look at this. Hi, baby. What are you doing today? I am definitely going to try and be as raw and real on here as I can, and really show you guys the ups and downs, and just try and be myself as much as I can. Before I made this video, I went upstairs and I was going to put makeup on and try and like make it a little bit more professional, but then I was like, you know what? Let's start it off on a good note. no makeup, just chilling on my couch. So I'm going to try and make my channel as real and as authentic to me. I think let's get into the questions that you guys asked on Instagram. So first question was, how did you start in the fitness industry? I was actually at uni studying psychology at the time. I was in my second year studying psych. I would have been maybe, I want to say 20 years old, which I'm 28 now, maybe 21. Oh, rain check that one. Yeah, so I was at uni and I was working in hospitality. So I was working in restaurants and pubs and bars, which it was good for me at the time. I really enjoyed it, but I was like, I want to have a job that I enjoy a little bit more and I get a little bit more purpose out of. At the time, I was like really into the gym myself. So I was like, maybe I can be a PT. That'd be a great job whilst I'm at uni. And when I was like close to finishing my Cert 3 and 4, I remember looking for jobs on Seek, and I started to look in Newcastle, and then I was like, let's see what's in Sydney. And I saw that there was a job at UFC gym, and I was like, maybe I'll just apply for it and see how I go. And I went to the interview. The manager there was like, you don't even live in this city, which, what do you plan on doing? And I was like, oh, I'm happy to move. Anyway, so I got the job in Sydney. So I moved to like a really big city on my own to pursue my PT career. I moved to Sydney and I was studying at Macquarie University whilst working at UFC gym. So I was running my own PT business out of the gym. And then it wasn't long into doing that I was like, I'm over uni. This is not, I'm not loving it. I'm really being pulled towards being a PT and I was really enjoying that. So I quit uni to be a full-time PT. So that's kind of how I got started in the industry, so to say. I can definitely make a video talking about that journey a little bit more if you guys would like. But yeah. Second question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Honestly, I struggle with this so much, and 2 weekends ago I was at like a women's seminar, and that was one of the questions, and I stood up in front of a room full of women and said, I don't know. I was just being really honest. I was like, I can picture like I can do 6-month goals and like 12-month goals kind of see where I want to be, but I really, really struggle to think long term, and I've always been like that. But I also don't think it's a bad thing. I'm like, I know what I want to do in 6 months time or a year's time, but also a lot can change beyond that. So things always work out for me. It's what I always think. I'll figure it out. I'll keep growing. So yeah, I really struggle with that question. So I don't have an answer, but I guess I can kind of tell you the feeling that I want in 5 years time, and maybe I'll pin it to 3 words. Freedom, purpose, and love. They are my 3 words that I think of when I think of 5 years time. So like freedom, obviously like financial freedom, freedom to travel, purpose, like feeling aligned with what I'm doing and having a purpose more than what I already do. And what was the last one? Love. Being surrounded by love. That's what I feel like. That's where I see myself in 5 years time. Third question is, what is your best advice for starting your own business? So I guess it depends what kind of business it is, but firstly, I would say start small and then scale your business from there. Do as much as you can on your own, so doing your own marketing, your own selling, things like that. But as soon as you are in a position financially to outsource and get someone else to help you out with whether it's admin, marketing, social media, whatever, I highly recommend doing that. Having a team or having someone to be able to work with and bounce ideas off is the best thing that you can do for your business, because a lot of the times you're so stuck in it that you don't see things that other people can see, and you can't do it all. Let's be honest. So whenever you can, you know, make that investment to outsource. What else would I say? Sounds really generic, but there is no perfect time to start. Stop overthinking it. Stop letting that self-doubt come in and just do it. They're my 3 tips. Next question is, what is your skincare routine / skincare treatments? You always have glowing skin. Thank you so much. I have really dry skin. So all the products that I use are kind of targeted towards dry skin and anti-aging because I am 28, I'm getting on, I'm always trying to prevent anything happening here. In regards to skin treatments, I've actually lately been getting hydrofacials, which I really like, but I feel like someone telling you what treatments they get doesn't really benefit you if you don't have the same skin type. So if you don't have the skin type that I have, perhaps, you know, what I use is not going to be beneficial. In regards to my skincare routine, what am I doing at the moment? I've got the Dermalogica hydrating cleanser, so it's just something that's really gentle and hydrating. And then I go in with, get out of the shower, I've got the Dr. Dennis Gross hydrating serum drops. It's in a blue bottle. And then what do? I've got a vitamin B serum at night, and then a retinol, which is La Roche-Posay. I feel like retinol is one of the biggest things, like having a high strength retinol and like working your way up to be able to use it like most days has been a game changer for my skin. And then I have a Pericone from Mecca. Night serum. No, it's not a serum, night cream. I can do my skincare routine in a video because this is not very helpful. And then pretty much very similar of a morning, but I use vitamin C for morning and SPF. Does that help? I'll do 2 more questions. What do you think is so different about this prep in comparison to others? Great question. So like I said, this will be my 4th time prepping and competing. This time, 100%, my mindset is completely different. I have said before on Instagram that I have never actually given, I'm being honest here, I've never actually given a prep 100%. I have always kind of let my mindset get the better of me. I haven't been 100% with my nutrition. I just haven't given it my all. So I am giving it my all this prep. I am making sure that I am ticking off the boxes every single day. I am looking after my mindset from the very beginning and not allowing those negative thoughts to kind of come in. I have been journaling every day, which has helped me so much. And previously I was never really focusing on the mindset side of things because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fine. That's just like my attitude, was my attitude. So yeah, like definitely my mindset's different. And also I'm a lot older. I have matured. I am in a position where I can dedicate a lot of my time to my prep. I did want to compete last year, but last year was like the busiest year in regards to our business, so I didn't have time or energy at all to do it. In fact, I didn't have any time for myself, full stop. So one of my goals this year was to look after myself more and do more for myself, and kind of not step away from the business, but, you know, allow myself to have more time for me and not be like on all the time, always thinking about business flat out, because I was doing that fucking 24 hours a day pretty much. Even when I was sleeping, literally, I was doing check-ins in my sleep sometimes. Plus, I've got a lot more muscle now. I've been training, my last comp was in 2019, it's now 2023, so I've gained a lot of muscle in that time, and I got my boobs done. That's something different as well. Last question is, what is your favorite thing about being a coach? And this is such a cute question. I love this question. When I think about it, I would say it is sharing the lifestyle and the habits that not saved me, but fitness has been a really big anchor for me. Whenever I've had anything going on in my life, I've always been able to come back to it, and I've always loved that it's looking after yourself. Like, nobody can take that away from you. You are setting aside time of your day purely for yourself and purely to grow and advance the person that you are. So that has been a huge part of my life, and I feel like I don't know where I would be without it. So to be able to share that with other women and allow them to completely transform their lives, like, that's what fitness does. It transforms your life if you dedicate your time to it. It's not just training, it's looking after your sleep, it's wanting to be better, it's wanting to eat better, it's the desire to grow and continually progress. It's not just, oh, going to the gym to fucking chuck around a couple of weights. It is so many things. It's like that sound on Instagram. It's like, fitness is not just fitness. Fitness is, it's true. It's so many things. So to be able to share that and show other women, like, oh, you know, show them their potential and get them out of the perhaps negative mindset that they are in and get them to realize, you know, what life can be, is probably my favorite part about being a coach. That's about it, guys. I wanted to keep the first one nice and short and sweet. I hope it's short after I edit it. But I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any specific videos that you would like me to do, comment below. I have a day in the life scheduled for next Wednesday, so I'll probably post it maybe the Thursday or the Friday. But yeah, if you have any ideas or if you enjoyed it, please comment below.